Thanks for joining me, Mike MDs. Today we're replacing a rear window regulator on a first generation X3. This side here, the back is definitely the easiest here. It's the same as a E93 series as well. Real easy stuff here. The hardest part is going to be the wood trim, not to break it. Not all these models have the wood trim. All right, to take this wood trim off, you're going to need some trim tools, some little plastic wedges here. You don't want to nick this with a screwdriver or anything like that. I'm going to try to stay out of the camera here. It's in a tough spot. All right, once you pop the bottom off here, you have to get inside and in there, and then you can start working your way. Like that. On the back side, you just gotta be gentle. You can't pull it, it'll crack right here for sure. Especially on this older stuff, it's really brittle. To work it. There it is. All right, you can see how that's designed here. This part goes inside, so it's hard to undo this first. You gotta undo the bottom and get it out. All right, now behind here, there's a little tiny cover. You kind of need a pick tool to get it out. Someone's already been in here, I could tell, because they've kind of messed it up. There's that there. And this is a T30. You're gonna need a T30 bit, just like this, like a bit driver. And there's a cover underneath here. You're gonna pop it off, just like that. And there's a screw behind there. All right, now that everything's off, you're gonna use your wedge tool and you work your way behind this door panel and pop these little plastic rivets off here. Once you get a couple down, you can put your hand behind there and kind of use your thumb to push against the, well, this one's easy because someone's been in here already. Probably broke those. And that's why this piece came apart here. That's what you get with older vehicles. We'll put some epoxy in here when we go back together. It's not a problem. Someone's made a real mess of this the last time they were in here. This is a door vapor barrier. Should be fastened to this glue. Someone just went to town and decided to rip it off. Looks like. And we're gonna disconnect the connector for the switch right there. And this here, which is for the door handle, and then the speaker wire, and this will come off here. That piece of cake. All right, we're gonna cut this the rest of the way off. We're gonna be careful. Normally I use a knife or a razor blade to make a nice incision so we don't damage this foam here. You wanna reuse this. This prevents any moisture from getting inside of the vehicle. Next thing is we're going to unclip this here, this connector, and we're going to get Torx bit T25s, unscrew these, and then pull this motor off here. To unclip this connector, there's a little push pin here. You're going to have to push this little tab back. It's kind of hard on this older car because there it is, because they're brittle and hard. You can see that there. You got to push this. Now with this, it just easily pulls right on out there. See that? If this all looks fine, it's not damaged, the splines aren't damaged, then you can reuse this. It's not a problem. So now we're going to lift the window up. We're going to find the spot where it slides in here. I'm going to get a closer look for you. So once you line the window up right here, you can see what's holding this in. There's like a little tab. You're going to push that. Be careful because it is glass right here, so you just got to get something to push that tab back there. All right, I got it. Now the window is free to go up. I'm going to push it up, guide it up, and once I get it up here, some cars, they'll stay up, and if yours doesn't, you can put a wedge tool in between the window scraper, and it'll wedge it in there. Just be mindful if you have tint on the inside, do it from the outside. Next thing we're going to do is take these 10mm nuts off here. There's 3 of them. You're going to need a 10mm socket. I use a 1/4 inch setup here. This thing comes out just like this. There it is. Just like that. And what usually breaks is where this tab meets and mates with this plastic riser here. It comes undone and they break. You just replace the whole thing. Everything's plastic pretty much. New window regulator here. Sometimes from the factory it'll come with a little zip tie holding all this together. This can pull out. This is kind of floating in there, and what presses it in is the motor when it's bolted in there. It's also a good idea to check in the door panel for any broken pieces, because when you go back together and you close the door, you're gonna hear something rattling in there, just like that. Fine. We're going to put the motor in now while the window is up. All right, clip this back. And the reason why we want to put the motor in first is because when we put the glass down into that holder, there's some bump stops that are rubber, and it has to overcome that before it'll click in. So it's kind of tight. So you want tension on these cables when you go down with that. And you want to look behind here, kind of make sure it's guided in that little U channel before you click it in. There, it's in. You can hear it click in. If you're in doubt, just pull up on it, make sure it doesn't come out. We're solid. All right, I got the new pieces glued back on here. I used some epoxy. Also notice some of these little clips might be broken, so it's a good idea to order a few beforehand. Maybe 5 would probably be enough. They move in and out real easily. To clip them in and out, usually they break and it doesn't hold tight against the door when you go back together. So I replaced a few of these here, and the vapor barrier put back on the best I could, and let's get going back together. Just like that. Kind of lightly feel around until it seats in. That, and you want to kind of feel around, make sure everything's lining up all right. All right, it's back on there. Now we can put all the screws back on, and I'll show you how to initialize the window afterwards. All right, I'm testing out the window. The one touch down works, but the one touch up does not work. So what we're gonna do is, using this button here, I'm gonna bring the window all the way up. I'm gonna let go the switch. I'm gonna hold it up for 12 seconds. All right, now let's try it. So one touch down works, Let's do one touch up. There, it works now. Perfect. And awesome. So we're just gonna clean the glass and deliver this to the customer, and he's all set. Thanks for joining me today, Mike MDs. See you on the next one.